Hello everyone, Troy here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Ovum. The Ovum is a 5-voice analog drone synthesizer made by the one-person team from Canada, Crows Electro Music. I'd rate the Ovum in the performance category as a companion synth a solid 8 out of 10. I think it can do a lot of really nice sounds. It's microtonal. It has really nice bass sounds, and when paired up with a DAW, it can make a super smooth pad. As a main synth, though, it probably gets a 2, strictly for the slow workflow and a lot of editing you have to do post-production. But with other synthesizers, I think it makes a really nice addition to round out any composer's or musician's synth collection. As a teaching/utility tool, I think it's a really, really good ear trainer, and I'd give it a 7 out of 10. It really can help with intonation practice, creative chord building by using your ear only, and it's a nice, simple synthesis introduction. The Ovum is a 5-voice analog drone synth. It's arranged in vertical channels, and each voice has a switch that either turns it to a triangle wave or a square wave. And this is very similar to how a basic sub-oscillator works. And each voice is controlled by an independent volume fader. The pitch is controlled by about a 270-degree attenuator or a knob, and the filter is also controlled by by its own attenuator, and it is a first-order low-pass filter. It's powered by USB-C, and it has a 3.5 millimeter output. A little bit of a deeper dive into the Ovum. Its lowest note is a G0, which is about 36.1 cents sharp, also known as 25 hertz. This is on the triangle wave. On the square wave, you can kind of get a popping sound at lower frequencies. And it can go a little bit lower, but the Ableton tuner won't recognize it. And on the high end, it goes to about an A flat 6. And that is 32.8 cents flat or so, also known as 1630 hertz. What I really like about the Ovum is how sensitive these knobs are. It's really easy to control the pitch with these knobs, and the glide is so smooth, and it all depends on how you're twisting it as well. I talked about its ear training capabilities. With traditional music, I've used a lot of drones as tuning tools, playing scales against a drone. And in Arabic music, there's often a solo taken upon a sustained drone. And that's a very popular technique throughout the world. I personally love drones, and that's why I was drawn to this beautiful little synthesizer. And the fact that it is not tied to a 12-tone equal temperament tuning system, to me, is a huge plus. If you're into a little bit more work, you can create some beautiful chords using this device. It's pretty easy to make one static chord. If you want to make a progression of chords, all it takes is a little bit of work in your DAW software to record, set it to the next one, record, and then you can actually put it into your pitch sampler, and you can play them as samples. And so it's a nice device to make a little sample library too. I would say the main drawback is that it cannot do single line melodies basically at all. Now, you can make them happen, but it won't be anything like a keyboard can do. And as long as you keep that in mind, you can absolutely let it do melodic capabilities. And I would say on the surface, this thing is nothing fancy, but with a little creativity, I think this device really expands to whatever capabilities you want it to do. I have a few little samples that I've recorded, and as well as a little bit of an analyzer that we will look at in a moment.